Hello everyone! Today's video, or should I say this week's video, is going to be what I read realistically in a week as a slow reader. I'm a little bit disappointed in how my reading's going lately, and I am in a horrible slump. And it's not like any of my books are bad. I have read some incredible books during this slump. It's me. I'm what's wrong. I cannot seem to get out of this slump. This will be a realistic what I read in a week. As a slow reader, you will see my thoughts, my feelings, my frustrations, my progress. Come along with me from Monday to Friday this week to see what I read realistically in a week as a slow reader. I know you girlies are out there, the rest of you slow readers. So I'm on page 309. This has 487 pages in, so I have 100. I'm not even going to try and do that maths. I'm highly embarrassed by my lack of skills there. 178 pages left. Let's see if I can get that done today. The only issue with this book is that I find myself just reading the information like I am in such a slump. And I think because it's gone on for so long now that I feel like I'm not taking information, I'm just reading words. Like Crooked Kingdom felt like it flew by, but I think maybe I shouldn't have done another fantasy. I've got Collide here with me. As I will have mentioned previously, I literally take it everywhere in case I want to start reading it. But I want to get this done today.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10.
Good morning everyone. I know I seem to come to you a lot from my bed. I'm not feeling the best today. I have a lovely groggy throat. It's very sore. I'm currently still in bed for one reason and one reason only. I really don't want to get a migraine today. I had one so horrifically all day yesterday, and after the clip that you last saw, I was actually called into work and it was horrendous. I sat with the lights off, I pumped myself full of every possible medication I could think of, and it didn't do anything. Just for a bit of context, I suffer really badly with migraines. I have done for the past 9 years, and I'm still on the journey to finding something that can help. It is currently 8:10. Let me tell you what I read yesterday. I write my pages down. Realistically, on a Monday, if I was at work, because I was at work yesterday, I read 65 pages. I read 3% of my audiobook, or listened to 3% of my audiobook. I think I've made a sizable chunk done, because this morning I have read, and last night after midnight I read. So I'm doing it midnight to midnight. So this is all I have left of my book today. So I've read that much yesterday. So I read that much yesterday, so I think I've made a good chunk. The plan today is to try and finish this. I have less than 100 pages left. I'm going to try my hardest to read a good 20-25 this morning. Then I'm going to get up and put the washing away, do some chores, and while I do that I'm going to listen to the audiobook. So let's hope I can get at least 5% of that done today. The audiobook I'm listening to is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. Now at first I was really excited to read this. Golf romance was a little bit odd for me. I'm not a golf person. And the first page and the synopsis sounded great until I listened to the audiobook. And if I'm being brutally honest with you, I think the narrator of the audiobook has ruined it for me, because the voice, I'm sure she's lovely, the voice is that drawn out American, like ditzy kind of voice, and it's just put me off. That's not how I would have imagined the characters. And obviously with a female narrator they have to just do a really low deep voice of the, male main character, and it just doesn't sound good. I think if I'd have read it, it still would have been cheesy, but I don't think it would have been as cheesy. Now with regards to this, up until about 60% of the way through this, I felt like I was just reading words. I wasn't taking anything in. And now when I got to 60% of the way through, I then started feeling like the story was coming together, it was making more sense, I was actually interested and intrigued. One thing I will say is if you have read The Mortal Instruments, which you should have done before this, same book, different font. Like, we've seen Tessa before in Clary. We've seen Will before in Jace. We've seen Jem before in Alec. We haven't seen a Charlotte and a Henry before, which was refreshing and nice. What throws me off is that I read this as if the characters are all at least late 20s. And then Charlotte and Henry are like 40s. No, Charlotte's 23 and she's running the institute. Go on, girl. And do you know what? Jessie, however you want to call her, whatever you want to call her, she was written to be hated. And it's working. I can't stand the girl. I think she's horrible. I don't understand why she's still in the institute. But not only that, she's spiteful, she's narcissistic, she's not very nice. And she's all for herself, she's selfish. But back onto the topic, we've read this book before. We haven't, but we have. It's a very interesting story, but I have this much left, and I still have so many questions. I know that there's 2 more books in the Infernal Devices series, so I am assuming, just like with the Mortal Instruments, that quite a lot of my questions will be answered in the next book. I just hope that this comes to a good end and doesn't leave me going, I have to read the next book now, because I do not have the energy to read another one of these bricks. Now, this might not be a brick to some of you. If this was a romance, it wouldn't be a brick. But as a fantasy, this is a brick for me. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jess, but you've never seen The Prior of the Orange Tree. I have, and I don't want to talk about it. We're not going there. I digress. We read 65 pages yesterday, 2% of an audiobook yesterday. Let's see if we can top that today. I realistically don't read that much. I try my best, and I feel like I read forever, but I don't get very far. I don't know how you're feeling, girlies. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it is currently, look at that, bang on midnight. I am doing this little update on my phone because silly me came to bed and didn't put a wonderful SD card in the camera. We are on, is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. We're on Tuesday and I finished Clockwork Angel. Would you believe it? After 9 days, I finally finished Clockwork Angel. I will figure out for you in the morning the pages that I read today. I also listened up to Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, and I'm now on 29%. I haven't listened to all that much of that, but so you know how in the past couple of videos I keep mentioning this one book called Clyde? Guess who started it tonight? This girl. Finally, I was in the mood to read it. I know I should really be reading my TBR, but this has been on my mind, and I thought if anything is going to get me out of this kind of weird slow reading slump, it would be a mood read. So I'm currently on page 105. We've met the 2 characters, Summer and Aiden, and it is just like every other sports romance you've ever read in your life, but it doesn't mean it's not good. The only thing is it feels very quick, but nothing's happened yet apart from a little bit of flirting, a little bit of I hate you, I hate you. Obviously she's got daddy issues. I'm not surprised because that seems to be a popular trope, but then it's very much forced proximity, so they don't want to be hanging out with each other, but they have to because of a school project. But so far so good. Plan is to get at least, I want to get to 240 tomorrow and then finish this on Thursday. If not, finish it tomorrow if I can. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is going to get me through my little slump because it's such a fast read. I promise the next book I read will be from my TBR. I'll see you in the morning for another realistic day of reading. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 10:29. I am at the co-op because I'm charging Ben's car, but he's literally just pulled off in his work van. I have to go to Tesco to charge up his car and get some petrol. While that's happening, I will be sat reading and chilling, gonna listen to my audiobook on the way, and then I've got this to sit and read when I'm there. I told you I was going to calculate how many pages of Clockwork Angel I read last night, and I did, so we'll do that when I get home. I will see you in a bit. Let me just read you this. The red top makes her skin glow, and the thin fabric looks like it would be easy to tear off. Her tits are smashed together perfectly, and the skin at her waist beckons for me to touch it. Her tits are smashed together perfectly. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. Oh yeah, you guys are still here. Oh, you're joking. Oh, we've seen this shot before, haven't we? Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday the 20th of June. I am not at work today, so hopefully we can get some good reading done. But this is actually a really good example of how my days are so up and down. Yesterday, I started on page 105. By the time midnight rolled around, I was on page 108. I'd read 3 pages in that day yesterday, compared to the 105 the day before. Disappointed in myself, but I was busy, I had stuff to do, and sometimes I just can't pick up the book. After midnight, however, then read to page 137, because I couldn't get to sleep. take what you will, but I needed 3 pages yesterday. Absolutely nuts. I've decided to get the physical copy of Fangirl Down out because I don't think I'm really enjoying the audiobook, and I want to see if reading just a chapter in the physical book will do anything to help the book. Because at the moment I'm not doing too well, I'm not enjoying it. I am currently just doing a bit of manifestation journaling this morning. Today we are on 41% of Fangirl Down. We're getting there. I aim to finish at least one of these books today. I'm going to go on a hot girl walk later. If you know, you know. Me and Ben are in competition on our watches for points for fitness. And he's at work all day today. He's got quite a physical job, but I'm off all day. So if he's moving and I'm not, I'm going to lose. So I've got to get out, get going. I've got a little bit of editing to do as well. A little bit of tidying. And then we're thinking about going to IKEA tonight to get another bookshelf. We will see. I'm going to finish this journaling. I'm going to sit and read a couple chapters of Collide. See you in a bit. I need to stop doing this. I pick my phone up and then I can't put it down. Do you know what the worst bit is, right? I am a prolific morning migraine sufferer. I can get them at any time of the day, but mornings are the worst. I just don't sleep enough hours. I slept 5 hours and 57 minutes last night. I am a girl. I need at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and that's a fact. But I get 5 hours 57 minutes of sleep because my body is trained to go to sleep after 11:30 because that's when I finish work, or finish work at 11, that's when I finally climb into bed most nights. And then on the nights that I do get into bed early, unless I act on like my tired window almost immediately, it's gone. I would get up now while I'm like this and just get going with the day, but I actually think it's going to be more detrimental to me than staying in bed and reading. So I'm going to read until I can't keep my eyes open any longer and then have a 20-minute nap. Do you know what I can't believe? I've been reading this now for 4 days. You've seen me read this for 4 days. I've not told you what it's about. Collide by Bal Cabra is just like your average sports romance. We have the athlete and we have the female main character here, who in this case is applying for a postgrad in sports psychology. Mr. Athlete here has a party with his team and they get in trouble. He takes the fall for it because he's captain and he doesn't want his team to have that on their rap sheet. She, Miss Academic, has a really horrible professor who knows her history with hockey and still asks her to do her postgrad application on hockey. She can't get out of it. He needs to get out of a punishment, so his coach teams him up with her. So we have Aiden here, and then we have Summer over here. So Aiden and Summer are then paired for Summer's project. They go from hating each other because Aiden doesn't want to do it, he needs to get out of probation, and Summer doesn't want to be with him or near him or around him because he's a hockey player and she hates hockey players. He is obviously the gentle giant Labrador retriever kind of man, and in the end will do anything to make her happy. I am not even halfway through yet. I'm intrigued. So far I think we're at 3 stars. It could stay at 3 stars. I don't think I can get any worse than 3 stars. I'm not going to jinx it. It's a really easy read and it's reading really quickly. We just experienced them actually helping each other. It was really interesting to see just that tiny little bit of character development between the both of them, and their friendship kind of slowly developed, despite the fact they do not want to call it a friendship. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I will keep you updated on this. Fangirl Down is an anomaly and I will have to talk to you more about that later.
6.5 hours later.
Good morning, everyone. I know I didn't feel much yesterday, don't scream at me, but I was enjoying the lovely weather that we're finally getting. You'll see I did a bit of my reading journal. I honestly didn't read all that much yesterday. I read to page 170 of Collide from 108, so I read 62 pages, and I got up to 53% of my audiobook. I think that's pretty good, considering I didn't read much yesterday. Again, last night I read quite late, so I'm actually even a little bit further ahead than I was. But I'm going to go on my little hot girl walk, I'm going to listen to my audiobook, hopefully be back in an hour. It is scorching already today, so I'm going to make the most of it, go for a walk. I would go for a run, too hot for that. When I come back, we are editing, we are shopping. I posted a reel yesterday, I think I'm going to film another one today, because I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoy YouTube. I'm gonna head out, listen to my audiobook. I shall see you in about an hour. It's so hot out here. I've done 2.21k. I'm gonna get to 2.5, turn around and go back. I'm currently listening to Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I am more interested in the sport than I am anything else about this book. It's incredibly vulgar, and the spy scenes just aren't doing it, and I think it's also the narrator's voice, just making everything so like sultry, and it's not the vibe of the book. I've got 4 hours 48 of it left, and I've done 24 minutes, so I'll get another at least half an hour done of the book. But I'm not impressed, to be honest. All the raving about Tessa Bailey that I've heard, this is the first book I read. Now I know this one isn't her best one. I've heard this one isn't the best. But you'd think they'd all be a bit of a, much of a muchness, but hey ho. I'm going to try and finish Collide today. My Kindle says I have 4 hours of that left. I came out of my hot girl book because I just felt like I was, 1, wasting the weather, 2, just feel like I'm not doing enough for my fitness at the moment. My migraines are coming back slowly, even though I've just started a brand new medication, but apparently that medication won't work until I have my second dose, so I'm really trying to find some ways to cope. Obviously the bright sun isn't going to help, but these sunglasses are insane. It's staving it off for the time being, and I didn't want to go back to bed this morning. I was fed up of going back to bed and waking up so late, so I'm making the most of today by walking, going home, showering, tanning at the moment. Then I'm going to go out into town, get some birthday presents for a friend, and maybe do the weekly shop because I got paid a day early, which was lovely. Thank you guys for keeping up with me so far. We've done Monday to Friday. I'm going to go for another week until next Friday, I think, because I've only done 2 books again, and I think it's really interesting when you see people read more books. And I'm a slow reader, I told you this. I've got to be honest, I would find it boring if I only watched someone read 1.5 books in a vlog. But you're not going to see that today in this video. You are going to be seeing me read. That's what I read daily for 2 weeks. And I hope that's enough. There will be a few little bits here and there that isn't exactly reading like I showed you doing my journal yesterday. But I'm just taking the opportunity to show you guys a bit more about me and the books I read. And I would really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, comment down below, show your support for the reading community, if not myself. And I'll see you in the next clip. Good morning. It's still currently morning, thank goodness. It's 11:15. I've done my hot girl walk and the clouds have decided to grace us. But it is still really hot. It's still 23 degrees today. So I'm going to take this opportunity to head into town, go to Superdrug, maybe go to Boots, grab some things that I need. And then we're going to head to Costa and I'm going to sit and I'm going to do a little bit of editing in Costa and hopefully some reading. But we will see. I shall probably see you around the toon. What a look. Good evening, everyone. Should I technically say good morning? Because it's officially 3 minutes past midnight on Saturday. Because this is a Friday update. So, on my audiobook, so I'm on chapter 25, which is page 243. That is, in fact, 69% of the way through. I have 3 hours 34 left of this. And on to Collide. I am now on chapter 41, which is page 220. Both of the books I am currently reading at the moment, pretty much the same way through. Okay, so with Collide, I am on page 232. I got it wrong. I rarely read 2 books at once, but I'm reading Collide physically and on my Kindle, and then I'm reading Fangirl Down. I actually haven't picked this up physically yet, but it's nice to be able to see how far I am through it. I am just listening to it. Like I said, I would really like to read a chapter of this physically, because at the moment I'm not enjoying my audiobook all that much. I only have 150 pages left of this, so that's easily done. I hope you guys are sleeping well. I'll see you for Saturday. I really don't think it was a very good idea reading 2 sports romances at once, but what it does do is give me a very good idea of 2 very different writers for 2 very different sports. Go to bed. See you in the morning. Oh dear, once again, I've not filmed anything for today. I've been doing both my jobs this morning. I will update on yesterday's reading and today's reading tonight. I know that I am on 93% of my audiobook, so I am praying I finish that today. That'll be 1 book done today. I'll give you my thoughts on that when I get back tonight. I don't think it's going to be good. And Collide 268, which is where I got to last night. I haven't read a spat of it today at all. I will update you after work. I'm so sorry that these past 2 or 3 days, the end of this week has been scatty. I know that. Next week is going to be so much better. I have some really good books lined up. Do not fret. Please don't leave. This video will get better. I know it's not the best for audience retention and things like that. Give me a chance. I'm getting better at these. See you later. Good morning, beautiful people. I know I have not done an update since Saturday, I think. Possibly even Friday. But who cares? Let's do an update now. I'm still reading Collide. I don't think you should be surprised about that. But I am on chapter 50 and there are only only 53 chapters, an epilogue and a bonus scene. I'm on page 343, so I have 40 pages left of Collide. And last night I finished my audiobook of Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, and I don't think you'll be surprised when you hear that I only rated it 2 stars. I think this is the lowest rated book of the year so far, to be honest with you, and I'm really disappointed. I have heard such good things about Tessa Bailey, but get into it quickly. The female main character, her only personality traits were her diabetes and how down bad she was about it, then the attempt at saying that she's actually a really good golfer and she knows what she's doing. Male main character, just an absolute douchebag. He spent his entire time lusting over her, being so ridiculously possessive and calling that love and calling that, you know, a connection. And then towards the end of the book, when they were together, the only reason he did well in golf was because she was doing him sexual favours. Now, if you're trying to run a theme that, like, a girl in golf doing really well is, you know, she's got to work for her place and she's got to show that she belongs there. No, she's doing sexual favours to be there. What? The whole book was basically alluding to, like, this massive, glorious romance. And the only thing it seemed like is they were just bed buddies, is the best way I can put it. But you know what I mean. I'm really disappointed. This is the first ever Tessa Bailey book I've read, and I don't fancy picking up another one, if I'm brutally honest with you, but I did give her 2 stars. I did end up reading a chapter physically, and it didn't make it any better. If I'm brutally honest, I am interested in the au pair affair because we were introduced to the characters in this, but if it's going to be anything like this was, I don't want to go anywhere near it. I very much thought that reading 2 sports romances on the go at once was going to be hard because they're all very much muchness, but this is easily like 4 stars. This was easily 2 stars or less, and it goes to show. Plans for today: I am going on a hot girl walk. Got some housework to do. I've already done some this morning, and then I'm going to sit and edit for a while. Oh, that's a lie. I'm going to read the last 40 pages of this and then start my other book. Light Lark is calling me, but we will go through all my books and see what I pick. See you after my hot girl walk. Hello, it's currently 24th, Monday, and it's, God, 25 to 9. This afternoon I finished Collide and we have officially started my most anticipated read. I'm so excited. I will give you an update or a review for Collide, maybe for Fangirl Down if I feel like I want to talk about it anymore at the end of this video, as I will all of the book. But I'm only on chapter 2 of Light Lark at the moment, so there's not really much I'm going to read tonight. I'll probably read, you know, 50 pages or so, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I hope you've all had a great week. If you're in the UK, we've had a heat wave, so it's been wonderful. I shall see you tomorrow. Good morning everyone, it is 9:35 on Tuesday the 25th. I am sat cosy outside with my hot water and lemon because I'm very bloated today, not feeling it. Okay, so I started Light Lark last night. I'm 15 pages through, really nothing to write home about, but I can already tell that I'm absolutely going to adore this. I am going to sit here, enjoy the morning. Unfortunately the sun hasn't come around to me yet, but it will. I mean, it's all the way over there, but it's not on me yet. I'm going to sit here and enjoy the humid weather. I'm going to sit and read for half an hour, my little focus timer set up. I know I finished Collide like midday yesterday. Me and my friend went to an outdoor pool, and then me, Alex, the friend, and Ben sat and had a lovely evening with our first Chinese in the new house. So it kind of just made sense to chill and enjoy time with them. So I'm going to sit here, read this. I will catch up with you in a bit. Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 26th of June. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, I started Light Lark. This is where I am at the moment, 94 pages in. I read 15 pages the day before. I'm on 94 pages as of now, so that's 79 pages. Too bad, I read 79 pages yesterday. That's pretty average. Also, I managed to buy yesterday In truth, can you see it? Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Anywho, it's a rock day today. I've got nothing on. Right now, I'm going to sit and read some more of Light Lark. And then I have a lot of editing to do today. I'm going to film a reel, I think. Okay, so it is currently 11:15 on Wednesday the 26th of June, so we are halfway through our second week of what I realistically read. Ben's out on standby tonight, which means I am home alone. I'm going to use this time to get some editing done, some reading done. I kind of want to get myself really wound down for bed because neither of us have been sleeping very well recently. I think it's partly due to the heat that we're experiencing in the UK. I'm going to sit and edit for 15-20 minutes of this video. If I'm brutally honest, I am sat watching Disney's Descendants because I needed some real brain off time for a minute. Drinking hot water and lemon, I've had a snack. I'm going to go do some skincare in a minute and then I need to run downstairs and put the washing on the airer. That is the plan. I am currently on page 98. Wow, so I really haven't read anything today. I read the 2 pages that you saw me read this morning before I was falling asleep. Then I slept in until 10:30 and you saw me at like 8 something. So I did really well. Really want to get some more of this done because this is just starting to get interesting. I was saying this to Ben earlier that this is not a cozy fantasy, but so far it's not a high stakes fantasy and I don't find myself going, what's going to happen next? How's that going to end? Which is nice because I get to just enjoy the story. This is very much so far giving a bit of like Cruel Prince vibes where it's just enjoyable and it's just interesting and I'm really interested in the characters and how they're going to progress. I've heard that there's a plot twist. One of my friends on Goodreads has just finished it and I just read a bit of her review of Nightbane and I don't know if it's given any, I think it's given something away kind of, but then I know that there's a twist, so I am very much enjoying this so far. I'm only 98 pages in. So far we're on a bit of a quest. I won't spoil it because I might recommend this. I'm kind of praying this is going to be my first 5-star of the year and so far we're on a really good track. We're like at a minimum 3.5 minimum. It can only get better from here, I hope. I pray. But I will keep you updated. I'm going to go do some editing, watch my film, finish my water, and apparently do my Duolingo too because I need to do that before 12. I might update you some more tonight or you might see me in the morning with another update, but hopefully I sleep well. Ben is expected back at 2 o'clock this morning. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I hope it's not too boring. I know that I enjoy watching slow reader vlogs. I just find I can relate more to slow readers because I am a slow reader. I'm definitely getting a bit better, but it's just managing my time. I don't know if anyone else is having this problem or has had this problem, but I'm really struggling to manage and organise my time at the moment. My work schedule is not hectic. I only work evenings, so I have my whole day. I basically get 2 days in one, and I'm still really struggling to manage my time all because my sleep schedule is so out of whack. I'm falling asleep like after midnight, waking up at 7 every day or just 6:30 when Ben gets up so we can have breakfast together, and then the productiveness, the enthusiasm is just gone. Even though I'm really enjoying doing my channel now, I just find that like I'm forgetting to keep up with Instagram, I'm forgetting to keep up with shorts, I haven't got any inspiration for content. I mean, there's loads of inspiration, I consume so much content online, but I cannot seem to remember or to think. Like I make lists and I lose them. So yeah, that's my dilemma. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I will see you in the next clip, whenever that is. Hello everyone. I haven't done an update since Thursday. Are we shocked? No. But I just wanted to come here before this video goes up tonight. It is Sunday the 30th of June. I just wanted to quickly do a recap with you of the videos that we went through this week. To start off with, I finished Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Now, I said this quite a few times before that I felt like I was just reading words of this book rather than actually taking in information. Having thought about it, I'm still under the same impression that I feel like we've read this book before. I still rated Clockwork Angel a 3 stars. I think that's pretty good. This is an information book for the Infernal Devices series, so I'm not mad. Not really much to say about this book. There wasn't much to say about it when I read it. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but it was literally just like it's part of a series to me. There is nothing stand out about this book other than the concept. Second book, Clyde by Bal Cabra. I mean, I loved it, I really did. I gave this a 4 stars. This is very much like your typical ice hockey romance. Even the covers, you think they're all part of the same series. We've seen it before, but it doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it. It was most definitely a 4 stars. The character development, the development between the pair, the selfless acts of actual love, care and attention these two gave each other really, really made the book for me. I hope there's another book. I'm hoping it's about Dylan. Next book, which I actually read or listened to on audiobook, is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, and I have to say I am mightily disappointed in this. I have never listened to a Tessa Bailey book before, so I was going into this with massive high hopes and they were fully shot down. This book was cringy, cheesy, the tropes were so off. It went in as one thing and came out as another, and it's completely put me off Tessa Bailey. The only thing I'll say is the book itself is really satisfying to hold and read because of the chapters. That's literally it. If you read the Goodreads reviews on this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I rated this a 2 stars on Goodreads, and I'm actually considering giving it a 1, to be honest, having gone back to it. Too much spice and lust for it to be called a romance. There's no romance in this, it's smut and it's not interesting. I'm sorry Tessa Bailey, you've let me down on this one. Last but not least, we started Light Lark. I am still reading Light Lark. I'm a slow reader, what can I say? But we are at least halfway. I am on page 210. Still very much enjoying the floppy book, and this is easily a 4 stars so far. I think minimum 3.5, but I think 4 stars at the moment. We've met all of our characters, we're starting to understand their motivations, their kind of hidden agendas. The only thing is, I still don't quite understand the realms. We went straight into the story with this. There was not a lot of world building. I mean, I think the point is that the world building happens the whole way along, and that's the point of the mystery, but it still has me asking a few more questions than I'd like to. You'll probably see an update about this in the next video. If not, go check my Instagram and my Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate your support. As of now, we're up to 38 subscribers, and I know that is not massive, but for me, the fact that I have even 38 people who watch my videos or have subscribed to my channel means so much to me, so thank you. I am doing my best to be creative, so if you have any ideas, any recommendations, please, please leave them in the comments below. Like I said, head over to my Instagram, give that a follow, you can keep up with what I'm reading. And with that, I say thank you again. Please subscribe, comment down below. I shall see you in next week's video when I decide what it is. See you soon.
Sort of an enemies to lovers, child.
The way through. Oh no! Oh no! What's his name? Oh yeah, cool. What? Today's Tuesday. But this is the Friday update.
Bloopers.
What? Oh, it's because I'm already recorded. So I started Light Lark last night. Today's video